Bethan Jenkins.
Diolch. I'm afraid to say that I think this latest debate, in which we've heard the Tories lecture this Assembly and the One Wales Government about how best to combat child poverty, must rank as one of the greatest hypocrisies ever heard currently under this roof and in any session since this National Assembly has begun. What makes this particularly incredible is that this motion from the Tories seems to suggest that none of us know what is going on outside of Wales, that none of us receive our news from beyond the Severn Bridge, and that none of us know what their London masters are planning in the UK if they're unfortunate enough to win the next election. Let me quote you from the Financial Times, not noted as a left-leaning newspaper, dated January 19th, and under the headline, Conservatives Target Child Poverty Strategy. Quote,
take an intervention?
Not at this moment.
No, right.
The Conservatives look set to water down Labour's commitment to ending child poverty, according to people who have seen the latest drafts of the party's election manifesto. They would do this by adopting such broad indicators of deprivation that it would be hard to identify or measure progress. Good start. There is then all kinds of talk about introducing, I quote, a matrix of measures, which sounds like something straight out of the thick of it, while moving towards a richer picture, a comment they could have nicked from Yes Minister. The piece winds down with the Oliver Letwin pledge from 2006, when he was the party's policy chief. Quote, David Cameron's Conservatives are committed to the government target of ending child poverty by 2020. Finish quote. The FT report concludes, Conservative sources say this bold intention is barely mentioned in a draft of the manifesto, beyond a statement that the party shares the government's aspiration to end child income-related poverty. In between, the Joseph Rowntree Foundation's support for broader measures of poverty is cited as evidence by the Tories that they have got it right. But let's view this policy U-turn for what it is. Cuts, pure and simple, nothing else. I don't follow this approach from the Tories today. Do they really not know what is being planned on their behalf in London? If this is the case, what kind of regard has the Tory administration for this Assembly and its powers, when it doesn't even tell Assembly members what it's planning? So let's get back to reality. Since Mark Isherwood insisted that he didn't know what the future Tory government was going to do. So let's get back to reality here. A reality where the benefit system and the power to truly reform it lies in London. Of course, Plaid would welcome the change, the chance to devolve the matter to Wales, but will the Tories allow that to happen? To quote Joseph Rowntree back to the Tories, the Foundation estimates that while child poverty costs the UK £25 billion a year, the government needs to invest around £5 billion a year to meet Letwin's aim of ending child poverty by 2020. So here's my next question. In the interest of saving the public purse, are the Tories prepared to commit to this? Are you prepared to upgrade the combined value of child tax credits and child benefits, increase adult payments within income support in line with those for children, reform administration of tax credits and benefits to ensure they provide the right amount to the right people at the right time, and reduce the disproportionate burden of taxation on poorer families? And are the Tories here prepared to argue with David Cameron if, as he has hinted to on numerous occasions, he cuts the Welsh budget? How would they expect us to address child poverty then? How do they want us to carry on child poverty programmes after Westminster-initiated cuts have scathed through Wales and the public sector? Beyond what they have said so far, or rather what has been leaked, we know little. But their backers are indulging in some serious right-wing kite flying. The Institute of Directors and the Taxpayers Alliance have already put together a £50 billion death list. It includes scrapping Sure Start, the educational maintenance allowance, grants from the Department of Communities and Local Government, freezes on public sector and the state pension, and an end to child benefit and free travel for the old. These are the people the Tories run with. So this scheming is uncovered for what it is, a blatant, opportunistic grab at headlines without any regard for standing up for their arguments. And in the process, they have revealed what their masters give their views and how totally unsuited they are to government.
She hasn't taken two others, so...
Minutes, 25 seconds. All we've had is a rant from you. We haven't heard one policy, one idea come out of your mouth. Could you spend the next 30 seconds giving us some insight as to what Plaid would do then?
Bethan Jenkins.
I'm showing your hypocrisy. Mark Isherwood failed to respond to me when I asked him what a future Tory government would do in relation to taxes and poor people. He had no response. You'll get a response for the Minister now. Thank you very much.
Nick Ramsey.
I feared it was.
Way right down.